Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, fucking April 30th, 2018. What's going on? How are you? I'm still sick. I've just every time I start to get healthy, I travel again. So I actually had to reschedule a gig, something can't remember the last time I did that. So, I just need to fucking stay home, and I'm just having coughing fits. I'm having an absolute fucking fit at night. Like, my throat sounds like this. I still got the sniffles, and maybe I got Ebola, but I'm kind of all right. I cough a little bit during the day, but the second I lay down at night, all of a sudden my throat gets all dry and I just have this coughing fit. Now, I'm saying this to you guys because all of you now, without medical degrees, are now leaping to your feet, and you know exactly what's wrong with me and what the cure is. And that's my favorite thing about being sick. I like to not go to doctors. I like to talk to people who have talked to doctors or went on WebMD, and then they fucking diagnose me. So I just think I need to shut it down for a couple of fucking days and not do anything is what I need to do. But I'm here for you here. I'm doing the fucking podcast. I want to thank everybody that came out in hot Atlanta to the show at the Fox Theater. I know I sounded like shit, but I think I had a good show. And then the next day, like an asshole, rather than just being like, Bill, you're sick, don't do the planned fun event and just go home and sleep it off. I couldn't lay off, man. I went to the Talladega Super fucking Speedway, and I went to that NASCAR race out there, man, and just had a great time. Legendary track. That's where they always have the big one. The big one's coming. You don't know when it's coming. All you really know is that it's coming. The big one is just they can drive so goddamn fast there that eventually, and they're right on each other's bumpers. Eventually, all it takes is somebody to do a little shimmy, shimmy, shake, whatever the fuck it is, shake and bake. Choking on my own spit, right? Do a little Ricky Bobby shit, a little Brewster Baker, a little Stroke a Race. I'm trying to think of all the stock car movies I saw. Sorry, breathing too many fumes. And then they just have like a giant fucking crash there. So you know the deal. As Tony Stewart said, we come there for the accidents. I don't want to see anybody die, but I want to see shit fly through the fucking air. So we were in this suite, and we watched like the first couple legs of the race, and then I was just like, dude, I want to go outside, and I want to fucking, I want to hear the cars and all that shit. So we went the upper deck, which is the shit because you can see the whole goddamn track, and then we were like, let's go down low because there was more seats. And we went down there, and it's that whole thing is like 40 fucking cars go by at like, 180, 190, 200 miles an hour. And all you're thinking is if they have the big one, right? Not right in front of me, because by the time everything, settles, it's going to be fucking quarter mile down the fucking track. It's like if it happens right before me, there is a chance I could take a lug nut to the side of my head and I'll be fucking dead, But it is amazing. I got to tell you, and the people down there were fucking great. I've always been a fan of fucking Alabama. It's a beautiful goddamn state. But I will tell you this, not to get negative and shit, just in general, there is a level of fucking poverty that you just cannot fucking. But like some of the people, I remember a long time ago, Patrice O'Neill told me this thing. It was fucking hilarious. He said, you know something, Bill? He goes, black people, we are good at being broke. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, look at us. He goes, we are the cleanest motherfuckers on the earth. You wouldn't know that we're broke, even if we are broke. But let me tell you something about white people. When a white person is broke, you fucking know it. And that's what I was thinking about, as I always do. I always think of shit that he said. And I just was looking at these fucking people, man. Some, not all of them, but just there's been a few when I've been traveling. There's been a few times where I've seen little kids and I've had the urge to rescue them. You know, by the time you're looking at the adults, you're like, it's too late for them. You know, I've seen that in inner cities. I saw it in India, and I saw it in Alabama, Talladega. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but there was definitely some fucking people where I was like, that kid, if you get him out of this environment, he's got fucking hope. Jesus Christ. You know something? When you hear that shit, white privilege and stuff, you can say that to me, but I always, like, after going to that race, I was wondering what those people think. You know, because the bus definitely skipped their stop. And I'm not talking down on these people, because I fucking hate how people up north and people on the coast and everything, they got this fucking attitude like, you know, if you're white and you're broke, it's because you're dumb. And that's just ignorant because you haven't fucking traveled. But having said that, there was a disturbing amount of Confederate flags that I saw. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get that aspect of it. But the other shit, I'm just talking about feet coming out of the side of your fucking sneakers. I don't know. It was interesting. Definitely, as a fellow American, I was like, you know, we really should be doing something about this. Can we try to help these fucking people out? Now, I know Trump said he was going to do it. He was going to make it great again. And I can tell you right now, I didn't see a lot of greatness there. Oh, shit. Why do I talk about things? Why do I see things and then talk about things? You know what? Because that's what I do. I didn't talk to, you know, I actually talked to a lot of people when I was there. I had a good time. But there was definitely a few people that I just had to take pictures of, you know. But I'm not going to post them just because, you know, I don't want to further any sort of fucking stereotypes. And the people at NASCAR treated me great. But there's definitely, I saw this fucking guy. He had on overall shorts is the only way to describe it. And Larry Bird shorts. And the whole thing was the American flag and cowboy boots with no shirt underneath it, shaved head and sunglasses. You know, he looked like Rob Halford on the 4th of July. Is the only way to describe it. And he was standing next to a guy and just fucking bare feet, looking like he walked out of a coal mine. And it was fucking just some old school shit, and people just smoking like chimneys, like a lot of people smoking down there. And it reminded me of when I was a kid, like the level that people were smoking. But having said that, there was also a bunch of other people that looked fine. I'm just saying. But there was definitely some people you're just like, God damn, that guy is fucking broke. You know? How are you Hawaii and you're that broke? What they're saying out there is that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to just fucking wake up, you know, and all the doors are supposed to swing open for you with your Hawaii privilege. Well, that happened for me, people. It did not happen for those people. You know what I think a lot of it goes back to? I think it goes back to the Civil War. When you lose a fucking war like that, the repercussions of that, you deal with that for a long fucking time. And, you know, I knew some people that relocated from the north down to the south back in the 80s. Some friends of mine, their parents moved or whatever, and I just remember them calling me up, and they were going, dude, I'm learning shit in school right now that I learned fucking 2 years ago up north. This is fucking ridiculous. There's no fucking reason for that. There is no reason for that. So, I don't know. Did I mention the race was fucking awesome? I was just a little taken aback by shit like that, you know? You don't like to see that. You don't like to see that anyway, right? I don't like seeing people struggling, you know, not having the answers, walking around in jean shorts. But anyways, great fucking food at the track. Jesus Christ, it was delicious food. It had this barbecued fucking something or other. The coleslaw on it and everything was absolutely delicious. And I loved the track. legendary track. And then I loved the bleachers. It was just no frills, no bullshit. You know, it looked like an old football stadium where it's just like, we're just building fucking seats. That's it. No fucking sushi stands and none of that crap. It's definitely a good time. I hope that didn't come off like some elitist Yankee thing. Anyways, plowing ahead. Now we're going to get into my elitist attitude for the week. Now, this is something that everybody's going to be like, first world problem and all that. I have a fucking problem with Delta Airlines. All right? These fucking assholes, for whatever reason, they board first class and their premium select, whatever they call them, their fucking medallion members at the same fucking time. You know, all these widget salesmen that fly every fucking weekend. It's like, I spent 20 years in the back of the fucking plane with the stress of the back of the plane. Like, fuck, I need to line up an hour before the flight so I get on early enough so there's going to be a place for my fucking bag. And is this a DC-9? Is the engine right outside my window and a part's going to fly off into my fucking head? Am I next to the bathroom? I'm going to smell the piss and shit of the fucking working class. I spent 20 years in the back of that fucking plane, and they kept us back there. And we didn't get on until first class got on, and we were not allowed past that fucking curtain. That was their fucking bathroom. I did every goddamn hell gig. I had shit thrown at me. I got booed. I got fucked out of money, and I moved up the rows. I got up to the exit row. I got all the way up there. Now I can finally afford to sit up front, right? And I don't give a fuck that they're like anybody with a limp or a yeast infection, anybody active military, even if you never saw action, even if all you do is counter grenades rather than fucking throw them, you can get on first. I don't give a fuck. You got a stroller and a kid, you're old and in a wheelchair. I don't have a fucking problem with that. These fucking assholes, they take all their frequent flyers, and then these fucking cunts, all right, they line up like a half hour before. So I'm like, where's the first class line? They go, it's right here. I look back, I'm like 40th in fucking line. And now I got the anxiety again. That is not first class. First class is you walk on without a fucking care in the world. That's what I paid for. I walk on without a care in the world, and you pretend that I'm better than the people behind me. That is what I'm paying for, and that is not the experience you get on Delta Airlines. All of these fucking people just fucking... Why can't you just board first class and 2 seconds later have those fucking premium cunts? They line up like a half hour before. Now I got to stand up. I don't even use frequent flyers. I pay full price for the fucking ticket because I can't figure out how to do the fucking... I don't even want to figure it out. I want to figure out, you know, how many fucking miles I have with you assholes. What is the ticket price? Here you go. The way a guy shops. I'm not waiting for the sale. I need pants. Those are pants. What are they? Here this is. Give them to me. So I fucking get on the plane, and I get on the plane, and all the first class fucking bins are taken. And I see one that's like fucking 2 rows behind me. And I feel that fucking anxiety. That fucking anxiety that gave me the drive to get up to the front of the fucking plane. And then I'm sitting there, right? I finally fucking sit down on all of this shit, right? And I know you guys are like, Bill, quit your fucking whining. Fuck you is what I say. I'll say it again. Fuck you. All right? Don't call it fucking first class and don't charge me for first. I want a first class experience. You know? So many people sit in the back of the plane. Let's say you went on Wheel of Fortune and you solved a fucking puzzle. All right? And they said that they were going to give you first class accommodations in Laughlin, Nevada. All right? Well, if you came walking into the hotel and you didn't get to go to VIP check-in, you still just stand in line with all these flip-flop wearing fucking overeating jackasses. Is that the first class experience? You know what I mean? They treated me like a $3 whore. You get a $3 whore, you're expecting a certain level of attitude. But when you get a $1,200 to $2,000 fucking call girl, she's supposed to pretend you're interesting and your stories are fascinating. That you're paying for the experience. I'm just letting you know that experience does not exist on Delta Airlines. You're going to get on the fucking plane with the first class seat that you fucking paid for with 40 other fucking people in front of you with their neck braces and their fucking got all this accoutrements they need because those poor bastards are still sitting in the back of the plane. Well, I paid good money. I paid good goddamn money for the fantasy that I am above those people. And I did not get that. And I hope Mr. and Mrs. Delta Airlines hear this fucking thing. And I hope they try to come at me with some sort of voucher, some sort of gift certificate for a brownie sundae the next time I go back to the Atlanta Jackson fucking airport. This is the thing. All this fucking waving in my arms, they're not going to fucking change it. They're not going to change it. And I'm still going to fly their fucking airline when I have to. Because I don't have any. I'm basically an American Airlines guy, you know. In American Airlines, when you fly first class, you get on with the first class people. You sit down, you're fucking fine. And you know what you are? You're an inspiration. You're an inspiration to the rest of those passengers that walk past you on American Airlines. They're looking at you, going, "Look at that sickly, bald-looking, redheaded guy. If I work hard enough, someday I'll be him." Getting on the plane without a care in the fucking world. You fly Delta Airlines, you're getting on with those same fucking people, you know? Those people that are so fat they got the crease in the back like a toddler. You know, toddlers have those cute rolls of fat, you know what I mean? There's a certain level of fat that you get to. You should literally have your arms up, you know, the way a little baby walks. Why am I attacking fat people? You know what? I have traveled. I don't even know how many fucking miles I traveled, but let's put it this way. When I saw that George Clooney movie where he was trying to get 1,000,000 miles, I wasn't impressed. All right? What that man was doing was pedestrian. Oh, and then you met the woman, you found out later she was married. Welcome to the fucking road, buddy. Am I supposed to feel bad for you with your full head of beautiful salt and pepper fucking hair? Hang on a second. Huh? Your villa in fucking Italy. Am I stalking him? All right, I want his life. Anyways, I just don't like that Delta has put me in the position to expose myself for the elitist cunt that I am. All right? I'm not saying that I'm better than the people in the back of the plane. What I'm saying is I got paid to be treated better than them. And I don't want to be lumped in with all these fucking contest winners. All these fucking widget salesmen that fly your goddamn airline every fucking weekend. So that now they board. What the fuck did they pay for that ticket? $300? You're getting on with me? How dare you put me in that position, Delta, Mrs. and Mrs. Delta Airlines? I should have got a fucking discount on my I just wish there was a fucking phone number that you could call and actually talk to a person, and I could just be like the biggest asshole ever. When I get on your airline, I do not even want to see people beyond the other side of the curtain. During the fucking flight, like people just waltzing right up, just using the fucking bath. Everybody gets a fucking ribbon now. Everybody's in first place. The fuck out of here. Get out of here with your economy seating shits. You take those in the back, buddy. You take that in the back. I don't want to listen to your fucking Cinnabon farts up here. Okay? This is first class. We have silverware. No, I don't give a shit if you use the bathroom. I don't give a fuck about any of it. The only thing I fucking want is what I'm paying for is you go first class and I just mosey onto the fucking plane and stick my bag right above my chair and I sit in a chair that's actually fit to be used by a human being. That's all I'm fucking paid for. I don't give a fuck about your meals and all of that other bullshit and that you call me Mr. Burr and ask if you can take my fucking hoodie and go hang it up. I don't give a fuck about all of that. I'm paying for no anxiety. Like, is the bin going to be there? All of that is supposed to be gone. You know, it's like winning the lottery. That's what flying first class is. You fly, this is the thing about first, you fly first class, you don't want the flight to end. That's how great first class is supposed to be. Delta has somehow lost, they forgot what the fuck it was. You know what I mean? You know what I blame all of this on? Oh, I'm on a rant. You know what I blame all of this shit on? Fucking casual Fridays. Casual Fridays fucking ended it. It fucking ended it in this goddamn country. I'm old enough to remember when all of a sudden casual Fridays. This is how old I am. I remember when that shit came out and I was working in the warehouse and somebody from the carpeted area just started working there. You know what I mean? That was this is the 80s. This is like the Michael J. Fox era. So you know what I mean? You got yourself a skinny tie and a fucking cubicle and you bought a Ford Probe, you know? Or whatever the fuck they used to call those fucking cars. You got like a Subaru, you know? And this fucking little Michael J. Fox guy goes, what's casual Fridays? And I made the joke. I go, oh, that's when everybody dresses like us. Basically like you're unloading a truck. And I remember my boss got upset by that. He tried to have some big fucking meeting about it. And Mr. Burr said that's when everybody dresses like us. And that stuck with me. And I feel like we should have more pride out here in the warehouse. And fucking, and he had a bunch of fucking hungover musicians and class clowns working out there. And we're just staring at this guy going, dude, we're showing up like we always show up, okay? If you think we're going to fucking show up like it's the 1950s and we work in an ice cream parlor to go unload trucks, that's not happening. So that failed. But, yeah, everything has just become like everybody's just fucking down to earth now. Sort of. As the middle class shrinks. I don't understand it. Okay? Do you know back in the day when you flew first, this is how far we fucking come. When you flew first class on Pan Am and you flew into JFK International Airport, back before every airport said they were international. You know what I mean? That's like every fucking podcast out there claims they have like 1 million fucking downloads or they're number one in something. You know what I mean? Every fucking airport now says they're international. Well, you know, you connect from our airport to an actual international airport. Next thing you know, you're in Europe. So I think we're international. That's like the second assist in hockey. Get the fuck out of here, second assist. You knew that fucking guy was going to pass it to the other guy? You get a point too? Fuck, my train of thought. What was my point? Oh, back in the day, the MetLife building in New York, right above Grand Central Station, used to be the Pan Am building. Well, back in the day, when you flew first class in Pan Am, you landed at JFK. You got off that fucking plane from up top where there was a guy playing a goddamn piano. Okay? You're up there. The summer wind came blowing in. Won't you suck my dick, right? This is another thing, too. People go, well, what happened to all the good-looking stewardesses and all that? Oh, because there's no money. They deregulated the whole fucking thing, and then every fucking jerk-off with flip-flops could use the first-class bathroom, and then all those good-looking women are like, well, there's nobody to gold dig on this thing. I'm fucking out of here. That's what happened. Okay? You take the money goes out the window, so does all the beautiful women. It's like a vacuum. They get sucked right the fuck out. Now everybody on the flight looks like fucking Alice from the Brady Bunch. Oh, God. Ugh. Drinking this fucking cold and flu herbal shot. Oh, God. It's got to be the dandelions or some shit. Oh, my God, that's bitter. Anyways, I'm sweating I'm going to finish this fucking story. When you flew first class on Pan Am to JFK International Airport, when you got off that fucking plane, you didn't go into the airport with those animals. Those people on the outside of the curtain. You didn't. You got off that fucking thing, and they walked you over to a fucking helicopter. Okay? And you're like Ron Burgundy, you know, with a scarf around your neck, and and your glass of scotch. You fucking walked over to that thing. You got on that. They flew you from Brooklyn right up and over all the traffic, landed you on top of the Pan Am building. And you know what was up there? There was a bar, beautiful women, rich people, and all this shit. You got off into that world. And you had another scotch. You talked to some women or whatever, right? Or you made a fucking business connection. And then when you were ready to go, somebody took your bags. You went down in the elevator, right into a fucking cab, over to your goddamn hotel. And probably somebody put a little fucking 8-ball in your breast coat pocket. We've gone from that to what I experienced in Atlanta on Mr. and Mrs. Delta Airlines. Okay? I missed it. I missed my window of when first class was first class. Sometimes you just got to admit that you missed it. Like, I feel bad for millennials. Like, when I look at all the shit that they're going through and all these climate change and all this crap that they're going to have to fucking deal with the ramifications of. I look back, as I'm dealing with turning 50, I'm like, you know what? It's kind of cool that I got to live through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I think, now when I look at people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I'm thinking, like, you know what? That guy right there, that guy probably got his dick sucked on a helicopter ride from JFK over to the top of the Pan Am building. That guy knows what first class is. All right. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from the people in the back of the plane. What a spoiled brat I am. I don't give a fuck. I am so beyond you that I won't even read your emails. I can tell by the font that you sit in the back of the plane. Where you belong. No, I'm kidding. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Can I just get on the fucking plane? All I'm asking for. I don't need a helicopter ride. I don't need a fucking hand job. Can I just get on the fucking plane in a relaxed manner and just put my bag up there? This is what the fuck I paid for. Okay? And then you can come to me and be like, do you want the eggs or the oatmeal? Can I get the eggs? I'm sorry, we're all out of eggs. That happens in first class. What do you mean you're out of eggs? It's first class. Sorry, my voice is cracking. It's first fucking class. You should still have them. Hang on a second. Let me take another shot of fucking dandelion root. Oh, woo. Oh, I'm starting to like that. Reminds me when I did landscaping for fucking one summer. All right, Indochino. Talk about how every man looks better in a suit. Oh, yeah, every man looks better in a suit, especially back in the day when first class was first class and you would wear a suit trying to impress those goddesses that used to work up there, And they pretended that you were funny and that your stories were fucking interesting. And then they fucking danced you over to a goddamn helicopter in your beautiful fitted suit. Indochino is the world's largest made-to-measure menswear company and has been featured in major publications including GQ, Forbes, and Fast Company. I don't know what that last one is. I kind of tapered off on the last one, huh? They make suits and shirts made to your exact measurements for a great fit. Guys love the wide selection of high-quality fabrics and the option to personalize all the details, including your lapel, lining, and monogram. Here's how it works. Visit a showroom or shop online at Indochino.com. Pick your fabric, choose your customizations, submit your measurements, wait for your custom suit to arrive in just a few weeks. This week's my listeners can get any premium. I hate that word at this point after watching what the premium people got getting to board at the same time is my privileged white freckled ass. Any premium Indochino suit for just $379 at Indochino.com when entering Burr, B-U-R-R at checkout. That's 50% off the regular price for a made-to-measure premium suit. Plus shipping is free. That's Indochino.com. Promo code Burr for any premium suit for just $379 and free shipping. Incredible deal for a suit that will fit you better than anything off the rack ever could. All right. Oh, look who it is. It's the Black Tux. Just like the Ohio State. Dude, I fucking love this shit, this dandelion stuff. Oh, Jesus, what a fucking aftertaste. Then it gets good. Starts tasting metallic. Show the straw. The Black Tux. The Black Tux. Wedding season is upon us. I'm so happy I'm on the other side. You know, sometimes when I see somebody in a wedding, I'm so glad that I'm on the other side of that, you know? And then I look at people that have started a family and they're done having kids, you know? Because we're debating possibly having another one. I don't know. I'm pretty fucking old at this point. What am I, Tony Randall? But like when I just see somebody that said they're married, they have the amount of kids that they're going to have, and they're just on the other side of it, okay? They've taken they set sail. This is what we're doing. You know, they're together. The shit is working, you know? Even though I had one of the great weddings of all time. And I had such a great time at it. Just the stress. You know, I have anxiety. I think that's what it is. I'm always thinking like where's the fucking slap to the side of the head coming from? Anyways, wedding season is upon us. You're going to be doing it big and going all out. All right, going out to all of your buddies' weddings. Nice copy. I like that. Your buddies' weddings. You're not the one locked and loaded. You're not locked in. You're not getting waterboarded. You're the free guy, running around with your bow tie off, banging all the fucking drunk chicks. When you're bringing a date, you want to look fresh, but it has to be convenient. Who brings a fucking date to a wedding? That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. When are you going to ask me to get married? That's where the Black Tux comes in. Fuck that. You get a tux, you go stag. The Black Tux has awesome suits and tuxedos and all kinds of styles, and you rent them online. There you go. You get a tuxedo with a little bit of flair. You show up, you know, with your little pompadour. All you got to do is act like you're interesting. You know, the anxiety that women feel at a wedding that it's not them. I'm telling you right now, they're going to fall right in your fucking lap. Just wait for a slow song to come on. You know. We both lie silently still in the dead of night. Who would have poison at their wedding at this point? Somebody getting married for the third time. The Black Tux offers the kinds of suits and tuxedos styles that would normally be wildly expensive to buy, and you might only wear it once. Like the emerald shawl tuxedo. It's funky, motherfucker. It's cool, but how many times are you going to wear it? How many times are you going to wear an emerald green tuxedo? With the Black Tux, you can do you and blow it out for your big one-time event. I can't read anymore. With the Black Tux, free home try-on. You can see the fit and feel the quality of your suit months before your event. After orders. You know, it gives orders balls. Your suit will arrive 14 days before your event. If anything is less than perfect, the Black Tux will send you a replacement right away. And remember how simple returns are. Wear it, turn heads, then send it back 3 days after your event. Shipping is free both ways. Stand out at your event for the right reasons with the Black Tux. To get $20 off your purchase, visit theblacktux.com/Burr. That's theblacktux.com/Burr for $20 off your purchase. The Black Tux, premium rental suits and tuxedos delivered. Oh my God, I got two more of these. Oh, but they're nice and short because these people understand my intellect. Dollar Shave Club, dude. If you ever shower or brush your teeth or try to make your hair look presentable, here's some good news. Dollar Shave Club has a lot of stuff to help you out. Dollar Shave Club. Yes, that's Dollar Shave Club. What? Dollar Shave Club delivers everything you need to look, feel, and smell your best. You name it. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, hair gel, even a wipe that'll leave your tush feeling tingling and clean. So fresh and so clean, you'll be a big fan of their amber and lavender calming body cleanser. After you try it the first time, I just immediately envisioned someone stealing my fucking kidneys after they put that shit on me. Good luck finding a product that great at the store. All of Dollar Shave Club's products are made with top shelf ingredients that won't break your budget. You feel the difference. Plus, shipping is free with your membership. The only thing they're missing is a lube for you to rub one out with. And here's a great way to get a bunch of Dollar Shave Club products. For just $5, you can get their Daily Essentials starter set. It comes with body cleanser, one wipe cherry, their amazing butt wipes, their world-famous shave butter, and their best razors, the 6-blade executive. Keep the blades coming for a few more bucks a month and add in shampoo, toothpaste, or anything else you need. Speaking of your next month, for a limited time only, use code Burr at checkout to get $5 off your second month of the club. That's code Burr at dollarshaveclub.com to save $5 on your second month. Join the club today. All right, stamps.com, everybody. I think I need a shot of dandelion juice here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my wife asked me, she goes, what does that taste like? I said, burnt eyelashes. I don't even know what, that's just the first thing I thought of. Stamps.com. Use U.S. Postal Service is an important tool for any business. Stamps.com is the easiest way to access all the amazing services of the post office. Stamps.com never fucking closes. Print postage for letters or packages at your convenience 24/7. Print postage for any mail class right now for your computer. The exact amount of postage every time. Never underpay or overpay again. I can mail any letter, any package using just my computer and printer, and the mail carrier picks it up. Mail everything from postcards to envelope to packages, domestic or international. Create your Stamps.com account in minutes online with no equipment to lease and no long-term commitments. I use Stamps.com because I have a new poster coming out for my new tour that's simply called 50. And not 50, not 50 cents. 50, as in this old white man, is half a century old, that I will be selling. And I need to get those things over to fucking Dublin and to London and to wherever the fuck else I'm going to be. And I use Stamps.com because if I can figure it out, so can you. Right now, you too can enjoy the Stamps.com service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Burr. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. All right, let's talk hockey playoffs. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? God damn it, that was fucking delicious. Get some free advertising. Dr. Schultz's cold and flu herbal shot. The aftertaste is terrible, but whatever remains on your tongue is incredible. I like it. Remember that Chevy Chase when he did that giant line of blow? I like it. Nothing summed up the 70s and the 80s like that quick little joke. All right. Hockey playoffs. The Bruins jumped all over Tampa Bay in game 1 to go up 1-0. Once again, our top line was absolutely killing it. Tuukka Rask was playing fucking great. Nebraska, whatever. I don't even know half the guys' fucking names. But like when I'm in the other room and somebody scores, a lot of the time I have to poke my head in to see who it is because we changed so many players this season. And with the kid, I probably watched 5 full games. And anyways, and then game 2, Tampa was just a better team. They just came out like they were ready to play. And we just, I don't know, every time we had the puck, it was like it was on edge. And so whatever, it's 1-1, but we did what we had to do. We won 1 down there, and now we're coming back. And I hope we get a more competent officiating crew because those guys were just, it was like they were off. And whatever, they made some fucking bad calls, but that happens. Sometimes the calls go your way, sometimes they don't. You don't whine about it, you pick up and move on. But, you know, when the fucking net is off the goddamn moorings, whatever the fuck they call it, and the goalie's like, dude, hey, buddy, ref, hey, over here. For like a half a fucking minute. And they just don't see it. Like that was not ready for prime time officiating. You know, I just hope it, I just don't want it to come down to that because I think that Tampa's a great team and I want to see Tampa beat us or the Bruins beat them. I just, you know, that is a pet peeve of mine. that, you start calling ticky-tack shit and you start dictating the tone of the game. And then all of a sudden you stop calling ticky-tack shit. It's just weird. You know what I mean? And then you're letting shit go. And then all of a sudden you're calling stuff. I mean, that's the type of shit, back in the day when I used to watch the NBA, it was like, what the fuck? This shit is fixed. Speaking of the NBA, I was working Saturday night and missed everything about that Celtics game 7 against Milwaukee. I have not even seen a highlight. I am very happy that we won. I heard we kind of won it, wire to wire. And then last night, the weirdest thing ever, this Boston Celtics had a fucking playoff game while the Bruins had a playoff game. And we beat the formidable Philadelphia 76ers. When is that next game, man? I can't remember. Last time I think we played each other in the playoffs, I have to go back to 82, 81, 82, 83. Way back in the day. All right, game 2 is when? Thursday. Well, I hope that's not going to overlap with the Bruins. The fuck am I supposed to do? I want to see this, the overachieving Celtics with all the goddamn injuries. This is tremendous. And my picks in the NBA Finals before it started, and you can check with the great and always lovely Dom Herrera. That's what I've always loved about his act. It's not the top shelf joke writing; it's the elegance of his performance. He asked me what I thought, and I picked Toronto in the East and Golden State because I figured Golden State or Cleveland, one of them's gonna make it back. And I don't know. I'm just impressed with Toronto. They just got a lot of weapons and shit and blah 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 blah. And LeBron has played the equivalent of 60 years with all the fucking playoffs that guy's been involved in. So anyways, those are my goddamn picks. And as far as hockey goes, I don't know. It's hard to go against the Penguins getting back there again. But I think the most interesting series right now is obviously the Predators and Winnipeg Jets. I would not want to have to play either one of them, and I'm psyched one of them is going to knock the other one off. All right, there's my limited fucking view of what the fuck's going on. All right, punk suggestions. The fuck did you call me? All right, I was listening to your podcast, and you asked someone for suggestions on hardcore punk music. I thought I'd try and email you from here. I would start with bands like Minor Threat. I've heard of them. Fugazi, I've heard of them. The X, never heard of them. Bad Brains, of course, I've heard of them. He wrote, of course. Negative Approach, parentheses, pretty aggressive. Death from Detroit. These are a few good starters. I hope this message reaches you and you enjoy. All right, I'll check those out. I'm still trying to get into Fish, everybody. They haven't quite grabbed me. All right, bullshit. Guy needing AR-15 to defend against Coyotes. Oh, my God. He's in the middle of fucking nowhere. He's making you cheese. Hey, Sir Billiam Cunt, I'm calling bullshit on the guy who wrote in claiming he needs an AR-15 to protect his goats from coyotes. All right, okay. Well, I hope you're a gun owner and a fucking rancher. I grew up in a rural town in New Mexico. All right. I wasn't a Parmesan cheese rancher, but we had 2 sheepdogs and a den of coyotes living directly behind our house. To this day, every night you could hear the coyotes howling. The guy doesn't need a machine gun. He needs more than one dog. Oh, shit. Shots fired. Seems like common sense, honestly. There are breeds of dogs that have been bred for centuries to protect sheep from wolves. Well, that is true, and they didn't have machine guns back then. Well, how does one sheep or 2 sheepdogs fend off a herd of coyotes? You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the sheepdogs are playing basketball and the coyotes are doing some and one shit. They need to have a fucking team game and they got to feed that big man under the fucking rack and quit putting up threes with nobody underneath. All right, wait a second. There are breeds of dogs that have been bred for centuries to protect sheep from wolves. Coyotes are pussies compared to wolves. A few times when I was a kid, I was less than 15 feet from an adult coyote and it just ran away. Coyotes are also a lot smaller than wolves. Claiming coyotes hunt in packs of 7 to 12 seems like an exaggeration. I don't like that word seems. That seems to me like you don't know, but it just sounds like bullshit to you. Anyways, the most badass thing I've ever seen a dog do was when my neighbor's psycho dog chased away a coyote that came near his turf. My neighbor had this crazy, ugly mutt named Butch. Butch was the kind of dog where if the football or baseball went over the fence into Butch's yard, the ball was gone. One day when I was a teenager and I was walking up the road and there was a coyote walking near me, I wasn't scared because the coyote was just minding his own business. Any fucking wild animals have a different look on their face, okay? They're killers, you know? It's like hookers, you know, there's a different look. When a hooker looks at you, it's real, all right? They're not fucking just trying to get a drink out of you. Then I see Butch jump over this 5-foot wall and land in a dead sprint. Quote, "Oh, Jesus, this is going to be good," I thought. He beelined straight for the coyote and without any hesitation or fear, hit the coyote like Walter Payton on cocaine. It definitely would have been on SportsCenter's top 10 or some YouTube video, hardest hits in the NFL. I love that you went with Walter Payton. He was one of the most aggressive offensive players. Larry Zonka was the first offensive player to get an unnecessary roughness call. He was on his way out of bounds and someone went to hit him, and he just gave the guy a forearm shiver to the face. Then Butch and the coyote got into a scrappy ghetto street fight, and eventually the coyote ran away. This all happened within 10 yards of where I was standing. Well, that was just one, and it sounds like the coyote fucking threw some hands too, though. Dogs are badass. They can recognize threats and step up with no fear. They also used to be wolves. They're like wolf light, right? I'm not saying it's a good light beer. It's more like bush light. Surely this guy can find some large dogs who have instincts to protect some goats rather than resort to a military machine gun. Shooting coyotes for sport is douchey. My uncle has an Anatolian shepherd. Okay. And it was apparently bred for guarding livestock. Massive dog. Have a good summer and go fuck yourself. Well, what's the overhead? What's the overhead on the dog? Jesus fucking Christ. Look at that goddamn thing. The males weigh from 50 to 65 kilograms, which is 110 to 143 pounds. Females are 40 to 55 kilograms. That's 88 to 121 pounds. They're like 32 inches, 29 to 32 inches high, 28 to 31 inches high. Jesus Christ. That's a big-ass goddamn dog. Well, let's look at the coyotes, the tail of the tape here. Coyote stats. This is going to take me to the Phoenix Coyotes. Coyote. Animal. Wikipedia. Let's see what you got here. Actual coyote or a man? No. Coyote attacks on humans. Attacks generally identify the animal in question as simply coyote. What the eastern coyote? Eastern coyote. All right, here we go. Let's see what they don't even have their stats. I don't like that. That's like when a movie goes to the theaters without being reviewed. The eastern coyotes is a wild North American canine of mixed coyote, wolf, and dog parentage that is present in New England, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all those fucking places. So they're basically like stray dogs that then got fucked by wolves. Is that what happened? That didn't get killed? All right. Okay, I don't care anymore. All right. Well, some people, you got a 150-pound fucking dog. I mean, what do you got to feed that thing every day? How much are bullets? I mean, I don't know if it's like I don't know. Hey, the guy who wrote in with the Parmesan cheese farm and feta cheese, let me know, what do you think about what this guy's saying? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, what the fuck he just said, you got Swiss cheese on your farm now, buddy. You got a bunch of holes in your argument. Please write back. All right. Cops use DNA to, I can't say this word, genealogy website. Genealogy. All right, let's look this up. Genealogy, pronunciation. I love this. This is just for dumb fucking people. How to pronounce genealogy. Is it? Here we go.
Genealogy.
I love. How do you say it?
Genealogy.
One more time. Hey. I love how they say it like 5 times. Genealogy. Like, why didn't you just pick a man or a woman? You know, like, I can't hear it. Oh, now that lady said it, now I know how to say it. Oh, what, if a woman's listening? Well, I can't understand it unless a woman says it. Genealogy. Cops use DNA to genealogy website to website. What? That does okay. Hey, old Billy Bald cunt. I just read the police caught the Golden State Killer using DNA obtained from genealogy website. One of those DNA/genealogy websites that's going to make our robot replacements. The DNA website responded by saying, while the database was created for genealogical research, it is important that GED match people who didn't fucking graduate high school. Participants understand the possible use of their DNA, including identification of relatives that may have committed crimes or were victims of crimes. I know you're no legal analyst, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this. By the way, loved you on Crashing. Also, come to a show in Maine, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, I'm due to go up there. Have a nice day and go fuck yourself. I don't think you can get mad at the fact that they caught a serial killer if they got the right guy. And you know what it was it actually wasn't that guy. From what I heard, it was a relative, and it was close enough. And then they just narrowed it down into that gene pool, and they judged that guy by his age. They staked out his fucking house, and then they got like a soda can out of his garbage and got his fucking DNA, and they nailed him. Yeah, it's one of those things where this could be a great thing, and you could get rid of it. It's all how it's applied. And human beings do not have a great track record of doing the right thing. We are all susceptible to the 7 deadly sins. We are horribly flawed organisms. And then when you combine racism, sexism, homophobia, greed, ego, and all of that shit, like, I don't know what could happen. But I mean, I'm all for this fucking guy. I mean, he's like 71. I still feel like he kind of got away with it. But, just for the victims that are still alive, or family members, knowing that they got this guy and he's going to fucking rot in jail for the rest of his fucking piece of shit life, I think is a good thing. Oh my God, I just came up with an idea for a movie. A serial killer kills all his relatives before they go on to fucking a genealogy website. It's a comedy. They're going to find out that he's the fucking jet ski killer or some shit. I don't know. And then he's got to be like, and he never goes to social events within the family. He's always been a loner. All of a sudden he starts showing up to all the Christmas parties and he's asking questions. And at every party somebody dies. So he's got like 10 family members. And, the first one he kills at Thanksgiving, maybe Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then there's like a fucking graduation. I don't know. He just, Flag Day, he takes out his fucking uncle. And then the local cops, they've never seen anything like that. They're in a quiet town, to use that trope. And all of a sudden, there's his family members, they're all dying, and then everybody feels bad for the fucking loner because he's losing all his family members. And then finally one day, the fucking, upstart, you got the fucking old sheriff, he's seen everything, God, and I'm too old for this shit. And then you got the upstart, you finish the fucking movie. You finish the fucking movie. I don't have time for that shit. All right, Black Republicans, everybody. Dear Mr. Burr, I very much enjoyed your show at the Fox in Atlanta. I went with my wife, parents, and in-laws. Thank you for your laughs and perspectives. Well, thank you. Would you mind sharing your thoughts on Kanye's recent comments and the backlash from Hollywood and Democratic elites? Why do they always say elites? There's Republican elites, too. I myself am a black Republican who changed parties after the first Clinton administration for a great many reasons. It's a bit unnerving hearing people cringe over the idea of a black Republican, and it is disrespectful to marginalize my opinions and articulations because of my affiliations. It's very telling that people who defended Kanye and championed him when he attacked George Bush are now casting him aside because he does not agree with their groupthink. Thank you for your service. And go fuck yourself. There's this whole thing with liberals that they feel like all racists are Republicans, and then they also aren't aware of their own fucking racist thoughts, prejudiced thoughts, and fucked up. If you really pay attention to your thoughts, the information your brain is going to give you during the course of a fucking day, you're going to think sexist shit, homophobic shit, racist. You're just going to think shit that if you said it out loud. I've always said that. If everybody's thoughts were made public, could anybody go to work on Monday? Would you have a fucking job? And you wouldn't. So, on the other side, the fact that Trump didn't tweet once during Black History Month, said nothing as far as I'm aware of on the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King, the fact that he fucking could kind of see both sides with neo-Nazis and people who didn't like neo-Nazis, said, both sides are violent. I understand that level of backlash. I don't understand people that just feel that their party is just completely unflawed. I don't understand that. Having said that, I think Kanye just has an album coming out and MTV doesn't exist anymore. And that people at his level, they create controversies as a way to get free promotion. That's what I think. I don't take it seriously, and nor do I give a shit what his political affiliation is. I don't care, and I don't care that you're good for you. I get it. A lot of people become Republican when they make money, and then they realize how much money you have to fucking give away in fucking taxes. If you actually have the audacity to become successful. And then all of a sudden you have to fucking, you have to pay for everybody else, which I'm all for helping people out. But my thing is, if you're sitting around not doing shit, I told you that a long time ago, this person in my life kept hitting me up for money. And I finally had to say to the guy, just be like, listen, dude, if you're in a hole and you're reaching up, I will pull you out of it. But if you're face down in it, digging it deeper every fucking day, what am I supposed to do? I'm throwing money into that? You want to keep doing fucking drugs and I'm also supposed to give you money? Get your fucking life together and help yourself out and I'll help you out, So I see, I see all sides of the shit, and sometimes I land, it's funny out here in Hollywood, people think, someone was telling me, said people think you voted for Trump, which I didn't. I kind of see like, I don't know. It's really a situation to situation decision. You know what I mean? Sometimes you punt, sometimes you go for it on fourth down. It depends on where you are in the field. Like you have to look at it that way. You can't just 100%. We're going for it every fucking time, or we're kicking it away every fucking time. So I'm old school where I respect I'm just happy, sir, that you're voting, that you're politically active and you're fucking paying attention. That's a lot more than I can say for myself. So God bless you. But as far as Kanye all of a sudden becoming Republican, I don't buy it because I'm in show business. And that looks like that looks like wrestling when all of a sudden Hulk became the bad guy. And then eventually he's going to be shaking the blonde hair, wearing the fucking orange and yellow panties again, you know? All right, girlfriend wants to have sex before marriage. Trunks, I should say. Dear Mr. Burr, I'm 16 years old, still going through high school. I have a little problem with my relationship I'm having with this girl I met. But here's a little backstory about a year ago, one of my friends got a girl pregnant. And let's just say during that time, my friend went through some hard time knowing he was going to be a father to the point he tried to kill himself but failed. Yeah, Jesus Christ, this guy can't get anything right. He can't put a condom on right. He can't fucking off himself. 2 days after his attempt, he found out that the baby didn't make it, ending up in a miscarriage. Wow. After seeing what my friend went through, I decided I was going to wait till at least 18 to have sex because I don't want to be like my idiot friend. Well, dude, you don't want to become a dad at 18 either. Wear a fucking condom. All right. But here's the story about me and the girl. I met her at work, and we've been dating for about 6 months now, and I know what you're going to hear me say next. Like, I really like her and all that bullshit, but get to the point. All right. Anyways, screen goes black. Anyway, she wants to have sex, even though I told her I'm planning to wait. After I told her that, she gave me that look. 3 days later, she tried to pressure me into it. I kept saying no. Well, you're learning one of the great fucking secrets about women is whatever the fuck you want them to do, say you want to do the exact opposite. You know what I mean? And then they will fucking, it's unbelievable. It's like a fucking cat. Gallagher used to do that fucking bit. You know, you call a cat, it just fucking doesn't come at you. You blow it off and it's fucking walking towards you. Anyways. Then she went so far as to cry and sob about me not wanting to have sex with her. Also, I like the idea of casual sex, but I want to experience love sex. Also, I think this girl lied to me to try to get down my pants. What do you think? Lied to you about what? Burr balls, and stick your dick up your asshole, a.k.a. go fuck yourself. You kind of all over the map here, and you also left out a lot of sentences. She lied to you. Like, I don't know. I just do what the fuck you want to do. If what happened to your friend had such a psychological effect on you that you don't want to have sex, don't have sex with this person. That's it. And women cry and sob all the fucking time to try to get their fucking way. It's bullshit, okay? Unless you slugged them in the arm, I don't know what the fuck they're crying about. You know what I mean? You're crying. I could see if you're upset, if you're depressed, but you're crying. Here's the thing. Don't do this, but this is what I do, because I've said that to women, like, you're crying over this? How old are you? Watch how quickly the tears stop and they immediately switch to fucking anger. You know what I mean? Their ability, how fast they can stop crying and then fucking start yelling at you. Like, going back to whenever I cried when I was a kid, I mean, I couldn't just stop that, you know? I'd be like, fuck you! And I would still be crying. They immediately just stopped fucking crying. Bam. So, here's the deal, dude. You're actually... What you're doing to this woman is you're actually, you know, like when you play a video game, one of those fighting video games, and you don't know what you're doing, you just push a bunch of buttons, and all of a sudden your guy does something special, but you don't know how the fuck you did it. That's what you're doing with this. You know, this is completely role reversed. She's crying like because you're not going to fuck her, like you're in a boy band, like you. Through acting the complete opposite way as of every other guy has so mind fucked her that she's acting, you're getting treated like you're fucking Justin Bieber or some shit. Yeah, she's making this all about herself. She feels fucking rejected. Because this is the thing. Women know the power that they have over us. And the fact that you, at the height of where you should not be able to walk away from it, or walking away from it, is fucking with her. And her level of I don't know, power, I would think. This is also, I'm really fucking stupid and don't know shit about women, but sometimes I do. Remember that Mel Gibson movie where he was a conspiracy theorist and he threw out all these crazy ones, but every once in a while he was right? That's how I am with women. Every once in a while I'm fucking right. So what I will tell you this, though, what I do know is you should do what the fuck you want to do. All right? And, yeah. I believe Hootie and the Blowfish said it best when they said, let her cry. Remember that song? Let her cry. And when the sun comes out tomorrow, let it rain. Whatever the fuck he said. How smart was Darius Rucker when he got out of that fucking band? That was like when the fucking Roadrunner just steps off the rock before it fucking crashes to the ground and somehow he doesn't take the impact, Now he does the country thing, right? Anyways, that's the podcast, everybody. I have some work to do today, and then I am just shutting this fucking down. I'm not going to fucking do anything for like 3-4 days. I have to get past this goddamn cough. I'm coming up on 2 weeks with this, and I don't want to, I've never had pneumonia, and I don't want to fucking get it. Because then every time you get, it's like every time, once you get frostbite, every time you open the refrigerator, your fucking toes start tingling. I don't want to deal with that for the rest of my life. All right, that's the podcast. I'll check in on you on Thursday. I apologize that it was late, but, I was, I'm fighting this fucking thing off. I'm fighting a good fight here, everybody. All right, I'll check in on you on Thursday. Go fuck yourselves.